What's happening, guys and gals? It's your pal Grizno here, kicking off a brand new series of videos I'd like to present to you, and it is going to be all about my favorite things in Battlefield 4. For the first installment of this sort of countdown series, I'm going to be counting down my top 10 favorite primary weapons. Perfect place to begin, don't you think? Alright, so a couple things you should know about my mentality going into this series. First of all, these are my personal favorites, and the list is not at all based on statistics of these weapons. Although, I think you'll find that most of the weapons on this list are going to be weapons with extremely good stats, but that is not a coincidence, it is to be expected. Some of my picks, though, may surprise you, and I think there are a couple which are a bit more on the eclectic side, shall we say. Secondly, this will probably be the only top 10 list I'm going to do because this was really a lot more work than I figured it was going to be, and the video was getting really long with all 10 included. So that is why I've decided to break it up into two separate videos for this time only, and then from now on I'll probably just do a top 5 list so I don't have to slave away for hours on the editing. But without further dilly-dallying, let's kick this off. Part 1 of my top 10 favorite primary weapons in Battlefield 4 will feature numbers 6 to 10, or 10 to 6 I guess, in that order, and then hopefully I'll have part 2 up for you tomorrow or the next day, so let's go! Starting off the list at number 10 is the AUG-A3 Assault Rifle. The AUG-A3 is number 5 on my top weapons list in Battlelog. I've posted a 1.28 kill per minute ratio, 14.6% on the accuracy, and I've got 609 total kills in just under 8 hours of playtime. This weapon is highly proficient at medium and short range, having very low recoil and very controllable as well. It's got the highest bullet velocity in the class, making long range possible as well, and I usually like to pair it with a suppressor, ergo or stubby grip, and the laser sight. But sometimes I like to switch it up and go with a 3.4 or 4x optic, and then the canted iron sights. That way you can be a little more proficient at range, and the laser sight won't give away your position. And if you find yourself in close quarters gunfights, you can still always switch to your canted iron sights to help you out. The biggest downfall of the AUG-A3 is probably its lower rate of fire and high reload times. So when using this weapon, you really want to try to keep your engagements to medium and longer ranges if at all possible. At number 9, we have the SR2 PDW. This weapon is very low on my top weapons list, only because it's brand new as well as it being a PDW, and when I play the engineer class, I more often than not run with a carbine or DMR. Regardless, it is number 56 on that list, and I've posted a 1.63 kill per minute ratio, 14.56% accuracy, and 111 kills in just 1 hour and 8 minutes of playtime, so you can see it's pretty good. I did want to include weapons from each of the different classes as well as all kit weapons, so that's why I feel the SR2 really deserves its spot here at number 9, and I'll tell you why. Its extremely high rate of fire allows you to just melt people in close, and it doesn't have the best recoil, but I do find it fairly easy to manage. It's pretty accurate from the hip, useful in close quarters battles, and pair it with a laser sight and your hip fire will be even better. Other things I like to run at it are the suppressor if you want to be sneaky, but you could also make use of the compensator to help alleviate some of the side-to-side recoil that comes with the SR2. Number 8 is the only DMR on the list, the MK11 Mod 0. I don't tend to use DMRs all that much, but every time I've used this puppy, I've always had a lot of success. As a result, it is number 6 on my top weapons list, 0.9 kill per minute ratio. That may seem a little bit low, but when I use a DMR, I'm usually playing a bit more of a defensive role and trying to keep my engagements to longer ranges. I have a 22.61% accuracy with the MK11 and 598 kills in 11 hours and 7 minutes of playtime. The biggest drawback of the MK11 is its recoil. It's quite harsh, kicking up and to the right. The key to success and good accuracy is slowing down your rate of fire. Let the recoil reset itself before you take another shot, and save trigger spamming for when you get surprised in close. On the MK11, I usually run a medium range optic, more often than not a 4X, angled or folding grip to help with the first shot recoil. And on the barrel, I like a flash hider, or just naked, actually. But a suppressor is fine too, and it will help keep you off the minimap. The MK11 Mod 0 has huge damage and is an absolute beast at long range, so that's why it takes its spot at number 8. Number 7 on the list is the ACWR Carbine. On my top weapons list, the ACWR ranks at number 8, and I have a 1.26 kill per minute ratio, 13.92% accuracy, and 540 kills in 7 hours and 9 minutes of playtime. Another really fast firing weapon, the ACWR is one of my favorite all-kit weapons and is well deserving of a spot on this list. It's a close quarters monster, but with the right attachments can work wonders for you at longer ranges. The biggest drawback of the ACWR is its high recoil, but this weapon is best suited for closer ranges and you can learn to control the recoil fairly easy. With the right attachments, however, you can boost the ACWR's capabilities at range if you couple a few things with burst firing. For attachments, I would recommend the angled or folding grip if you're looking to be more proficient at range, and the stubby grip if you want to make full use of that high rate of fire and go full auto. Laser sight and a close range optic are my go-tos on this guy, and you just gotta love the amazing reload times for close quarter battles. Probably the best thing about this weapon, besides it being available for all classes. Rounding out part 1 and number 6 on the list is the jewel of the community, everybody's favorite assault rifle, the Ace 23. So why is the Ace 23 only number 6 for me? Well, this is my personal list and I'll put them in any order I please. Just kidding. While I do love the Ace 23, there are simply other weapons in Battlefield 4 that I consider to be better in certain and or most situations, and they just feel more comfortable in my hands personally. And for that reason, the Ace 23 is only number 14 on my top weapons list. I've got a 1.31 kill per minute ratio, 14.01% accuracy, and 408 kills in 5 hours and 11 minutes of playtime. For my attachments, I usually run the same setup almost 100% of the time, and it is a short-range optic like the Cobra or the Reflex, laser sight, suppressor, and a stubby grip. I like to use the Ace 23 in close quarters situations for the most part because of its moderately high rate of fire. I think it's 770 rounds per minute. Stealth is important to me as well in these situations, so that is why I will usually run the suppressor. And I always grab the stubby grip because I don't like to hold back with the Ace 23. I am all about just fully automatic fire, fully all the time. But it is amazing in medium and close quarters situations, and it's got a pretty fast reload time, so that definitely helps out as well. If you want range with the Ace 23, you can make it work by slowing down your trigger finger and tap firing. So numbers 10 through 6, there you have it. Make sure you're keeping an eye out for part 2, hopefully tomorrow, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you'd like to see me do more of these, or if you just want to leave the video and myself a little love. I know you're probably expecting Kit Up today, and I'll try to get one done this week, but I may postpone it until next week because this really was just a lot more work and a lot more time than I was anticipating. But I digress, it was still a good time. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and as always, if you're new around here, I welcome you and hope that you subscribe and take part in the fun here on the Grizno YouTube channel. That's me, I'm Griz, and I'll see y'all later.